Hello everybody, today is November 10th, it's a Sunday, and I'm out here where my calves are, and I'm going to be feeding them for the last day because tomorrow I'm going to be selling them. Here they come running. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and who is that? Half and half. Come on up, get something to eat. Yep. Half and half left the farm where she was at, and she is in permanent retirement. So she is not going to be bred back. They found a mass on her ovaries and said that it probably wasn't going to work out. So I plan on keeping her for a while. I put a little fence up at my place, and when these calves leave, I'll be taking half and half up to my house tomorrow. But yeah, let's get these boys fed. So here's what I'm feeding them. So this is my homegrown mixed. I mixed this up myself. So they've been getting this, and then when we cleaned at work or on the elevator, I saved a bunch of fines. So I've been mixing in a couple pails of fines with some whole kernels in there, along with this stuff. So every other time she's always running up with the calves, but this time she's staying down here. I've been bringing them extra feed than normal because obviously we have a full-size cow eating with them, so I kind of want to get her up there to eat some too so they don't eat it all. Hey, how we doing? You want to go up and get something to eat, or just going to hang down here, or what do you think? Huh? What do you think? Why don't you go get something to eat? Stubborn. So half and half. I believe she's got to be at least 12 years old. So if you guys have been following along with me if you'd go back to my old videos, I've really explained this a lot, and it gets kind of confusing. But so half and half came from my grandparents' farm. Come on, get up there. Go eat. Go get a treat. So the story behind half and half, like I said, she's got to be 12, maybe 13 years old. Just a good old cow. Been one of my favorite cows. Did 4-H, and she was one of my cows. I brought her regardless whether she looked bad or good. She just was a nice cow to have on a halter. I was proud to lead her around. And when the cows were sold at the farm at my grandparents' place, I bought 3 show cows. 3 of my cows that I wanted. I paid my grandma, and I took them over to the dairy I was working at, closer to my house. Anyways, don't want to bore you with this story, but half and half went back and forth from the farm when she would go dry, and then she'd go back over there to milk. I mean, the cow has been places in her day. It's crazy. But she lived out a great life over at the dairy that I used to work at, and she got dried up, and she's done now. So she is the last of the 3 cows that I bought that came from the farm. She's just very sentimental to me. I love her to death. She's like a dog to me. So yeah, I'm just going to keep her for a while. I don't plan on keeping her until she dies. I'm going to eventually sell her, but I think it'd be pretty cool to have a cow just right at home and can go and see every day. So that's the story with that. In other exciting news, I am going to help Mackenzie feed calves right now. And while we are on the topic of calves, Covita, she had a calf last night over there, and it was a red and white heifer. So that is very exciting. So I get to go see that little girl tonight and check on mom and see how she's doing. All right, so it's a little before 3 o'clock here. Mackenzie and I just got to the farm to start feeding calves, and I came into the warming room here, and there she is, guys. That's my heifer. Cute little girl. Very excited I got a girl out of her. We also have 2 more heifers here that have to go up with us in the van. So we'll load these 3 girls up after we're done feeding here and take them with us. All right, so Mackenzie and I just got all the pasteurizers empty and cleaned up. Buckets are washed over there. And she went and started feeding on this side while I was washing, and I was walking by, peeked in the shed, and here's Covita. So this is one of my cows that came from the original 3 that I bought from my grandparents, and she is over here at my girlfriend's farm. And yeah, this is one that just had a calf, so very excited. How are you doing, hun? Good? Red tape on her legs, that just means she's a fresh cow, so the milkers know. But I don't want to get her up. She looks comfortable, but just by looking at her udder looks pretty good, so I'm happy. I need to stop getting distracted and go help Mackenzie, but they're pumping manure here on the farm, so all these barns have pits under them, and that's where all the manure collects, so they're pumping that out right now and injecting that out on the field. But the crew that they have come in, they have all boxcar Magnums as well. The farm themselves has like 5 or 6 Magnums of the same era, so there's a lot of pretty cool tractors around here. That one had a straight pipe. I thought I'd get a video of it.
You're driving? I'm not driving. Go over there.
Come over here. Come over here.
Move the arms.
Come on. Get cozy. All right, we got everybody loaded up back here. Now we're gonna go drive and dump them off. So this whole side over here is full, and this side was just cleaned out and all the panels are out, so we need to put 3 pens in, and then we'll get the calves out of the van and get them in here. All right, so the new calves are in their nice new beds. They're fed, and we gave a couple shots to my heifer in there just because she was breathing a little heavy. I called somebody and asked what to give her. She got 2 shots, so hopefully she's gonna be feeling better, but this is gonna be it for now until we pick the video up tomorrow when I load up the calves I showed you at the beginning of the video and we take them to the sales barn. If you want to see the whole process of feeding calves here, I got a video I posted about a year ago of doing the whole thing, so go find it and check it out. All right, so this video has taken quite the turn. It is actually a week later. Last Monday was Veterans Day, so there was no sale at the sale barn, so I couldn't bring the calves down there. So today is Sunday, November 17th. So tomorrow morning I plan to bring the calves down to the sales barn. I just got done with early Thanksgiving at my girlfriend's family, and I pulled the trailer over, and I'm gonna pick half and half up on the way back to my house, and I'm gonna bring her up to my place tonight, and then in the morning I'll drive down, load the 4 calves up, and we'll take them down to the sales barn, and then I'm just gonna drive the pickup and trailer to work on the way home. All right, so got calves fed for the last time. Half and half is loaded up. She said goodbye, and time to take her to her new home. All right, so we made it home here now, and half is turned loose out here. I'll show you the fence here in a minute, but this is the building that I've made a lot of videos in. This is where I first had my first group of calves, and my dad came over and we cut a door, framed a door in the back there, just so half and half can get in and out of the weather. I don't have any straw in here right now. I'm gonna go do that right now, but she walked right in here by herself and found the hay, and I'm gonna give her a pail of grain here before I go inside, but she's doing good. So here's the back side of the building right there. That's the door that was cut in there. I've never put up fence before in my life. So as you can probably tell with my wired gates in previous videos, right here I have wired gates, okay? Along the field here, it's T-posts with 2 strands of barbed wire. She has from the corner of the Quonset here to that post, all the way to the building, the fences. This barn acts as a fence, and then she has down to those 3 posts right there. So it's a really good size area. There's not a lot of grass here, but she's gonna get plenty of hay. It's a pretty good exercise yard here. yeah, so this is what I got. All right, it is 20 after 7 on Monday. Got the calves loaded up. It didn't go terrible, but there were some struggles, but we are on our way to the sales barn now. Well, we've made it here, guys. We're going down the big hill right now into Lanesboro. And when I say big hill, it's big hill. Nice, big, winding, curvy, downhill road. And I do know I need to wash my windows. Here we are. Here's the Lanesboro stockyards right here. Hi, boys. Well, we got them all offloaded there. Guy had me a little nervous. He said that they weren't having a Holstein sale today, and I was like, oh, well, that's not good. But he went and checked, and no, everything was okay. So now I'm gonna go in here and have some breakfast. I got a nice little diner in here, so that's what I'm gonna go do. Well, that was very good. I've eaten there twice now. The first time I came down with Mackenzie, we had breakfast there, and just now, and that's some home cooked good food right there. I'm surprised there's no other trucks here, but that's how it was when I came down last time too. Is like there was nobody here, and then when Mackenzie and I went in to watch the sale, we came out and this whole parking lot was full, and that's all the buyers showing up to haul their winnings home. But it is Monday. I am going to head into work now, so I guess we'll pick you back up when I get a check, and we'll figure out if we made any money. All right, everybody, it's been long enough. It's time to wrap this video up, get it over with. It is now December 1st, so I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving with their families, and I hope everybody's getting into the holiday spirit here now. But the reason that I have held this video off for so long is because I didn't want to sit down and hurt my head trying to figure all this stuff out, because I'm not very good with math, but I think I've got this down to where it all makes sense. So let's just get right into it here now. So I've had my check here for a while. I'll put a picture of my slip in here from the sales barn and just kind of go through it. So I had 4 Holsteins. The total weight was 2,050 pounds. The average weight was 513 pounds. They sold for $1.86 a pound, which gives me an average of $953.25 per animal. So the total of that would be $3,813. But of course they take deductions out. So commission is $114.39, inspection fee $1.20, insurance $5.68, meat board $4, and yardage is $5, which brings me to a grand total of $3,682.73. So that number looks pretty big, makes you smile. But then you got to go through and figure out what you spent to make that money. And so if you guys remember, this is why I've been putting this off and why it was confusing me, is the last group of calves, I bought everything in bags. I had receipts for everything. I used everything that I bought. Excuse me. For this group of calves, I bought bulk corn and oats to try and save some money, which I believe it did, but I have so much of that left over that I could probably do a whole nother group of calves on it yet. But I just did a rough estimate of what I think I used of those oats and corn, and just used the same numbers of what I paid for it, and I added all of my deductions up here. So for like the soybean meal, the pellets, and the milk replacer, and the little bag grain that I bought, I spent $1,102.18. And then I subtracted what I paid for the calves, which was $1,400. And then I figured I used about 30 bushels of oats and 12 bushels of corn. So subtract $72 for the oats and $45 for the corn. That brings us to a grand total of $1,063.53. So if I did all my math correctly, I am happy with that. I'm happy that I profited $1,000 off of the 4 animals. That makes me feel good. I'm really planning to go big here. I plan to get 6 to 8 calves this time. I'm in the process of getting calves at the moment right now. I have 1 lined up at the moment. I'm in the process of getting the rest, but it's coming. So as long as I keep making money at this, I think I'm going to keep trying and trying to figure out better ways to cut costs. And I want to give a big thank you out to everybody who has helped me out along this journey, especially my friends. Mitchell has helped me figure out what I need to feed these animals. He's the one that inspired me to buy the bulk corn, the bulk oats, and kind of mix up your own thing and see what works. Mitch's brother Jacob has given me several pointers, and he is the one who actually lined me up with the pasture this summer with his grandparents. They were awesome to deal with. They seemed more excited that the calves were out there than I was, and they invited me to come back and use it again next year. So just an amazing experience I've had, and I really appreciate all the help. If you guys have any other pointers for me, leave me a comment. But I think it's time to wrap the video up. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will see you next time.